Hello and welcome to this week's edition of FMR Finance Weekly, specially curated for our esteemed NRI viewers. We are deeply grateful for your ongoing support and the positive feedback you have shared on our weekly videos. With the ITR filing deadline of July 31st fast approaching, we have received numerous questions and concerns regarding ITR filing in India. While we have addressed many of these queries individually, this week we are dedicating our segment to answering the top 10 questions every NRI has about ITR filing. I am Chaitnya, Garg, your tax advisor, making finance friendly.
FMR Finance Weekly. Simplify your life with our financial advice.
Let's dive into today's segment by addressing the first question. Question 1 is regarding, is filing ITR mandatory for NRIs? Yes, NRIs need to file an ITR if they meet any of the following conditions. Condition 1. If your total income during a financial year exceeds the basic exemption limit of Rs 2.5 lakhs. Condition 2. If you have earned income from India such as salary, property, investments or business. Condition 3. If you wish to claim a refund for excess tax deducted at source, that is TDS. Now for the next question. What income is taxable for NRIs? Well, the answer to this question depends on the residential status of the NRI. If your status is resident, your global income is taxable in India. If your status is NRI, only your income earned or accrued in India is taxable in India. Let me list a few incomes that are considered as income earned or income accrued in India. First, salary received in India for services provided in India. Even if you are categorized as an NRI, income from services rendered in India, regardless of where you receive the payment, will be subject to taxation in India. Number 2, income from house property situated in India. The income calculation aligns with resident norms. NRIs, whether renting or leaving a property vacant, can claim a 30% standard deduction, offset property taxes, and utilize interest deductions on home loans. They are also eligible for a Section 80C deduction on principal repayment, along with claiming stamp duty and registration charges under the same section. Number 3. Capital gains on transfer of assets situated in India. Capital gains from the transfer of assets such as shares, mutual funds, properties, etc. Number 4. Income from fixed deposits or interest on a saving bank account. Earnings from fixed deposit and savings account in Indian banks are subject to taxation in India. However, interest on NRE and FCNR accounts is exempt from tax, while interest on NRO accounts is fully taxable. Now the next question, question 3. Are there any criteria for determining the residency status of an individual? We commonly receive this query, and I will try to explain the same in simple words. An individual is deemed to be an Indian resident if he or she fulfills any one of the two conditions given here in any previous year. By previous year, I mean to say the period starting 1st April and ending 31st March. First condition, if you are residing in India for a tenure of 182 or more days during the previous year. Or condition 2, if you stay in India for 60 days or more during the previous year and 365 days or more during the 4 years immediately preceding the previous year. If you do not meet any of the above conditions, you are a non-resident Indian. Now for our next question that has been raised by many of our fellow Indians who are in merchant navy or have gone abroad for higher studies. Their query pertains to any relaxations on tenure for merchant navy or students of Indian origin studying in overseas universities. For many navy officers or traders who work in international waters, the tenure of stay depends on the territory. For instance, if the person spends more than 183 days in foreign territorial waters, they are considered an NRI. However, if they reside for a major part of the financial year in Indian territorial waters, they are considered Indian citizens. Students of Indian origin studying in universities outside India acquire the status of non-resident Indian and have to abide by the legal regulations accordingly. Next up is question 5. As an NRI, are we eligible for any kind of deductions or exemptions in India? The answer is an absolute yes. Even though, as compared to Indian resident, NRI has a bit truncated list, but nonetheless, the Indian Income Tax Act offers various exemptions and deductions to NRIs. Let me list few of these provisions that can contribute to minimizing your taxable income. First, for NRIs, eligible deductions under Section 80C include life insurance premium, children's tuition fee for 2 children studying in India, principal repayments on a property loan, ULIP contributions, and investments in ELSS. Number 2. Other deductions for NRIs include: first, deductions from house property income; second, deductions from Section 80D for health insurance premium; number 3, deduction under Section 80E for interest paid on education loan; number 4, deductions under Section 80G for donations made to social causes; number 5, deductions under Section 80TTA for interest on savings bank accounts. Next up is question 6, the top most important concern most of our NRI friends have, and we receive this query on a daily basis: whether NRIs are required to file income tax return in India. Similar to any other individual taxpayer, an NRI must file their income tax return in India if their gross total income received in India exceeds Rs 2.5 lakhs for a given financial year. The deadline for filing the return for an NRI is 31st July of the assessment year or as extended by the government. Ms. Disha resides and works in Germany. For the financial year 2023-24, she found a TDS entry of Rs 20,000 deducted at 30% on the interest earned by her in her NRO account. Apart from this, she has no other source of income in India. Now, to determine whether Disha is liable to pay any tax in India or is she required to file an ITR, we must first determine her residential status. Disha will be considered a resident if she spends 182 days or more in India. But Disha left India on 23rd July 2023 and returned on 15th March 2024. So, in the financial year beginning 1st April 2023 and ending 31st March 2024, Disha spent less than 182 days in India. Therefore, for income tax purposes in India, Disha is categorized as an NRI. For Disha, only the income earned or accrued in India will be taxable. Her income in Germany is not subject to taxation in India, since she is an NRI. However, since her total income in India is less than 2.5 lakh rupees, she does not have to pay any tax but must file an ITR to claim a refund for the TDS deducted. Question 7 is a frequently asked question by NRIs who are senior citizens, and their query is related to minimum income exempt from tax and whether they are required to file ITR in case their income is below the taxable limit. Let me answer this question by taking an example. We have Mr. Rao, who is 68 years old and he is an NRI. His gross total income from India is Rs 2.95 lakhs in a year, arising mainly from interest income from his NRO account. Now, for senior citizens in the age group of 60 to 80 years, income up to Rs 3 lakhs is exempt from tax, and for super senior citizens above 80 years, the exemption limit is 5 lakhs. But this basic exemption of Rs 3 lakhs and Rs 5 lakhs respectively is applicable only to resident Indian senior citizens and resident super senior citizens in the old tax regime. Therefore, as an NRI, you are required to file a return in India when your income from India exceeds Rs 2.5 lakhs. Now on to the 8th question. What is DTAAs and how they can be beneficial for NRIs? Well, DTAAs or double taxation avoidance agreements are definitely a game changer for NRIs. The spectre of dual taxation can be daunting. There are provisions in place to help NRIs avoid being taxed in both India and their country of residence. The DTAs are bilateral agreements between two countries designed to eliminate or reduce the possibility of double taxation. They provide clarity on which country has the primary right to tax specific types of income. Under most DTAs, the right to tax any income generally lies with the country where the income is generated. There is also a provision of claiming tax credits. To avoid double taxation, NRIs can explore the provisions of tax credits in their resident country for the taxes paid in India. Many countries provide a mechanism for taxpayers to claim a credit for foreign taxes paid. This ensures that the same income is not taxed twice, providing relief to the taxpayer. Next question, question 9. What obstacles do NRIs face when filing ITR? There are few common challenges faced by an NRI while filing ITR. Let me list a few for you. First, difficulty in accessing Form 26AS and AIS from outside India. Second, issues with Aadhaar OTP due to the absence of an Indian mobile number. Third, incompatibility of some banks with the income tax portal for e-verification. Fourth, limited access to net banking in some nationalized banks. Fifth is the time-consuming process of sending a signed copy of ITR-V to CPC. If an NRI is preparing the ITR themselves, these challenges can complicate the process of filing ITR. So this brings us to our last question, question 10. How can NRIs file their ITR? Similar to resident Indians, NRI first need to choose between the old tax regime and the new tax regime. It is very important to note that if NRI has earned any business income, then the option to change between old tax and new tax regime is provided only once. So the choice must be exercised very carefully. My dear NRI friends, I am glad to inform you that we have a dedicated team to provide you CA assisted ITR filing. You can avail assisted filing services in 3 simple steps. Simply sign up on our website, submit your documents and pay the fees. Our team will handle the rest. Now let's walk through on how to submit documents on our website.
Welcome to Filemyreturn. Let's begin with filing your ITR. Once you click on the link, you will land on our home page. Out here, choose from sign in or register. In case of existing user, click on sign in. Else, register. Feed in your name, email address, password, mobile number. Click I agree, sign in. Choose your residency status, whether you are resident Indian or non-resident Indian. Click on ITR filing. Choose a financial year. You can choose the current financial year or the 2 previous financial years.
Now you will land on this page. Here you need to feed in your income tax login credentials, or you can skip, feed in your PAN number, then your password. Your details will be auto-filled in. You just need to simply verify each of them. Check and confirm, save and continue. Your address, save and continue. Identification and contact details, save and continue. Your banking details,
Save and continue. Select had a source of income in the previous year. Confirm your residency status. Feed in your resident country. Enter passport numbers. Feed in the period of stay. Click on save and next. Out here, you need to declare your income sources and upload the relevant document. Select from the drop down menu. Choose the file you want to upload. Enter the password of the file. Enter any remark for the team. Press save and add more. A pop-up appears that document successfully uploaded. You can also view at the bottom of the screen. If you wish to add more documents, simply select from the drop-down menu, or else press next. On this page, click on the I acknowledge. Your best fit plan is visible out here. Click confirm and pay. Your ITR filing fee is reflected out here. In case you have any coupon code, put it out here. Press redeem. Press checkout. You will be redirected to the payment gateway. Choose the mode of payment. Click pay now. Once the payment is complete, you will receive a successful payment message and you will be redirected to the next page, payment made successfully. Here you can view your invoice and also download the bill. So this is the process to file ITR for NRIs. For any queries, call on the given numbers below.
The links to our website has been provided below and also in the description of this video. So that's it from my side. For any personalized assistance or further clarification, please reach out to us at the contact details provided in this video and in our description. Please connect with Team FMR or me for any of your financial query. Stay tuned for more insights on maximizing your financial opportunities. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel Filemyreturn. I am Chaitnya Garg, your tax advisor, making finance friendly.
FMR Finance Weekly. Simplify your life with our financial advice.